arriving. With the laughter, joys are arriving. Every cut and sizzles are there. Dana's kitchen, it's the heart. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, with the times of food and night. Electric nights and streaming light, with tuning in, feeling right. Spicy sauces, sweet surprises, sushi screens of the flavor license and Dana's around. We all discover new delights with every cover, topping, mixing every taste. No ingredients, cut to waste. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, we're on a bite so fine. The aromas rise, the chat is riding, with their laughter, joys arriving. Every cut and seals art, in Dana's kitchen, it's the heart. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, with the times of food and life. Amidst the lights, she sets the stage. Dana's kitchen, turn of age. Stringing life with zest and flavor. Every moment wants to savor. A twitch and chase it in a kitchen. Sizzling sounds and colors, glisten. Interactive, oh so sweet. In Dana's kitchen, feel the heat. Midnight snacks and morning brew, with the charm you can refuse. If it's one need morning down, take a chest, I flies of blue. The Dana's kitchen, the sweets alive, whisking up my different flavors drive. Dreaming dreams and the neon lights will take joy on this starry night. Turn it tight, she says it right. From savory dishes to sweet delights, every sprinkle, every dash, creating moments of cool refresh. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, with the times of food and life. Dance in the kitchen, where the flavors intertwine. Laughing and cooking, with the times of food and life. Dana's in the kitchen. Let's cook, let's have some fun. Whipping up the best. Oh yeah. Plates full of yum. Plates full of yum. Oh yeah. Rockies by the stove, bestest boy. Tail wags to the beat of the pan's hot sizzle. Laughing over cocktails, drink more's the pour. Shake it up, mix it well. Frosty mugs of fun. Every bite's a hit, a flavored rhyme. Plates stacked high, come get you some. Drinks got the tunes. Turn it up, shake the room. Blasting from the speakers. melting ice, so I can't wait. Every flavor's a journey, a delicious ride. Rocky's by the door, loyal pup, hoping for a taste, a little luck. Dana's on fire, turn it up. The queen of the kitchen's wild. Pots and pans in harmony, like a symphony compiled. Serving up a storm, joy in every bite. Come and taste. With Rocky wagging more beneath the neon lights. Rocking out with spatulas, we're flipping fun tonight. With drink more pouring magic, every glass is just right. Shaking up, stirring pots. Dana's on a roll. She's got it going on. Feast your eyes, delight your soul. Come on, sing along. Crank the heat, let's celebrate. It's party time. It's party time. Flavors mingle, senses elevate. It's showtime.
I'm just following him.
Turn on Twitch, let's have some fun. Dana's kitchen has begun. She's whipping up the very best with bartender, drink more, cook less. He's the tech guy, Robbie, Randy, Roy. Rocky is the bestest boy. The food is great, come grab a plate. The show's starting, so don't be late. Dana's kitchen.
Ooh, you could make pita dough.
I look ridiculous.
Robbie was playing with the opening today, so hello everybody. So I was a little surprised there at the end, but hello, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, and it's a good day in food and drink room, in the food and drink world. Words are hard. Words are hard. It's a good day in the food and drink land as we finally got our creative club. Hello, Kelsey. How are you? Words are so hard, Suki. They are so hard. How are you, Kelsey? I almost called you today. Do you like it when people have their personal discussions right here on the stream? You're good. Excellent. So the good news is all of you guys, your hard work, you participating and doing that user voice and everything got us our club. Woo! Got us our creator club. Boy, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Well, you almost answered. I'm so glad. That's so good. So we got our creator club and just so excited, very, very honored that they had asked me to be a founding advisor. So I'm doing that along with Kanara. We've got the Hunger Service. Make sure you go check him out if you've never watched him. He makes great, delicious, amazing food, and he's super, super nice guy. Obviously, a Recipe Reborn in Discord and on other social medias is sometimes Lemon Drop. She's amazing, also makes delicious food. I think she's in pastry school right now, so she does all those things I can't even do. And then Eat at Dad's. So Lou is along for the ride. So it's a great group of people as the advisors there. So does it never come up as probable spam? Michael. So yeah, so we're super, super excited. So thank you guys for all of your help because it did actually matter when I was talking to them. They're like, oh yeah, we read all of them. We read them all. So thank you guys for that. So you'll behave? Probably not. It's unlikely. It's okay though. I don't behave either most of the time. So ask Robbie.
Definitely not.
Exactly, Suki. Why? Why do I ask people to behave in here? Okay, so I put my microphone in a different place. Can you guys hear okay? Yeah, Robbie says okay. He's got headphones on. He looks like a real person in the booth listening to the sound and doing all the things. So, So, okay, good. Excellent. I'm glad. Yeah, so here we are. We started last stream by talking a little bit about the wok and your basic Asian pantry if you want to start cooking in a wok. And I know a lot of people were asking for different kinds of foods. We're really, since we are cooking out of this cookbook, I'm going to show you the wok. It's pretty clear. It's all it's called. It's called the wok by Kenji Lopez Alt. It's all going to be in the wok for the most part. So we are going to make a salad that happens to be in here as part of our dinner because the beef chow fun that we're going to be making today is going to take no time whatsoever. So that's one thing I love about cooking in a wok is you can do so much prep work ahead of time, and some things don't even require that much prep work. You get home from work, you get home from your activities, and it takes like 10 minutes to throw the whole thing together. When late for breakfast is at the controls. This is true, Snake. This is true. It is going to get a great walkout. This, yes. And I have another one coming, but it's not going to be here till tomorrow. I ordered it from a little shop in San Francisco, and I was hoping it would be here by Sunday, but it says it's getting delivered tomorrow, which is great when Megabytes is here, because Megabytes will be here on Thursday, and we're going to be cooking up some mushu pork, and we're going to be making some mandarin pancakes. That's all going to be new for me. I'm not too worried about the mushu pork, but I haven't made the pancakes before, so we'll see how those turn out. And they're potentially endless. Yes, they are, and I'm sure that I'm going to hear them for the entire month of June. You think you need that cookbook? I love it because what I love about Kenji and his cookbooks is he does experiments. Like, he gets into the kitchen and he's like, is it better this way? Is it better this way? Is it better this way? And he tells you the differences between it. Now, I know Ina Gardner, all of those people, they all make their things multiple times before they put them in a cookbook, right? They're testing, they're trying different things, but you don't always get to read about it. So I love the cookbooks that tell me why I'm doing certain things, how to get certain flavors, and that they can tell me why that works. Why does it work that way? Because for years and years and years, and this is true, I didn't believe my mom when she would say, here's the order to do things. I'm like, what? Just throw it all in all at once. Why does it matter? And it matters. There's actual science to it. So I've learned a lot more of the science, still every day learning something new, sometimes learn things from you guys. Don't ever learn anything from Robbie, really, when it comes to cooking.
Right here.
But when it comes to tech, I learn a lot from him. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm super, super happy. Hello, Vi. How are you? And let's see, all the walk this way, jokes through June. Exactly. And I know that you will be making sure that there is no lack of them, Suki. Yeah, so I'm super excited. So one of the things we're going to talk a little bit about today is something that got termed by, I'm going to look over here at my notes and cheat a little bit, that I was looking up by somebody named Grace Young. She wrote a cookbook called The Wisdom of the Chinese Kitchen, and she coined this phrase called wok hei. So if you go to a Chinese restaurant and you take that first bite and it tastes a little smoky and you got that little bit of char, we started talking about this on Thursday. That is what wok hei is. And wok hei stands for wok aroma, wok energy. So it's that process that we were talking about when you toss the food up and that oil that's inside there becomes, I'm going to look, I wrote the word down, so hopefully I can pronounce it today. Aerosolized. Does that sound right, Robbie? He's like, sure, it's fine, whatever. That like does this little, the Maillard kind of process like super fast on the food because it's super hot. So rather than, hey, it's in the pan and it's getting that nice caramelization at a high heat, but not as high heat as what you get in a wok, you're getting it like kind of instantly. And then if you remember, we were pouring our sauce, which we'll do today, again, around the edges of it. That prevents the food in the middle from steaming because we've now cooled down the middle of the wok where everything is kind of caramelizing, and it gets a little caramelized as it gets down into the food as well. So you got two processes going there. On your wok, hey, like aerosol, right? So aerosolized, if that's the right way to say it. So you'll be tossing it, that oil gets up there. Sometimes you'll see the little flame burst out. That means that you're doing it the right way. So have your fire extinguisher handy if you are worried about things such as Robbie is worried about all the time.
Safety first.
Safety first, he says. So we want that sizzling rather than the steaming, which is why we pour the sauces and stuff around the edges. I have clearly made the mistake before of putting it in the middle of the wok. My food was still tasty, but it didn't have that char on it. So we'll see. Now we're able to make some flames happen on Thursday. I was able to do it when I was cooking on Tuesday last week. So we'll see if we can get, or is it this week? It was this week. What week is it? It's Sunday, right? So Thursday, so Tuesday. Yeah. I was able to get it, so we'll see if we can get it today. I did try to make, since we're doing beef chow fun, it used, what are the noodles called? Hor fun noodles. And I tried making those yesterday. So they're big, wide rice noodles. I wasn't very good at it yet. I think I understand what some of my mistakes are, but I kind of want to play with it a little bit so I can get the consistency right. So I cheated, and I went to one of my favorite noodle places nearby, and I said, hey, can you just give me several orders of plain wide rice noodles? And they were like, just plain and dry, nothing on it? And I'm like, yeah, can you do them plain and dry with nothing on it? So, but they did it, so it was great. So I have these almost fresh noodles that we're going to be using today. As a matter of fact, I might just take them out of the refrigerator to let them come more to room-ish temperature. And we'll put those over there. All right, I don't know how many we'll need. So that's what we got going on today. And then, am I going to flambe in the wok sometime? Not that I'm aware of. So we'll just try, but I'm not going to actually try to set things on fire. However, Robbie is going to come over and help me because he talked about using this to help get some of the flavors on your beef chow fun. So we're going to play with that today. And that was a gift. So I'm super excited. And I got it to work today. So hopefully, there we go. Because we were trying to use it last time and it wasn't working until after we got off the air stream, whatever it is. Party! We're gonna party. So we got fire, we got a walk, we got things. So we're going to Robbie. It doesn't really matter, Michael. It's just a name. Robbie's used to it at this point. He's like, they must mean me. I don't know. If they say the name like 4 times, if they're like, George, and he's like, nobody's answering, must be me. That's how we've trained him on Twitch. Fire, how's that? Anything that's not Dana, right? He probably wouldn't answer to Dana.
Or PETA. You're PETA.
I'm PETA, yeah, according to my friends. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we got to get the beef prepped and let it sit in the marinade some. So we're going to start with that. And then I'm going to get all the elements of the salad ready. It's going to be a pretty simple salad, but we'll make the dressing and get some lettuce and cucumbers. And I was going to do a cucumber salad, but I don't have any red onions, which I really needed for it. So we're going to do just a regular kind of salad today. Let me see. Hang on. It's called, as I didn't give it to Robbie, mixed greens with savory sesame ginger vinaigrette. So it'll be super, super easy. And we'll do that, and then we'll chop up what we need for our chow fun, and then we'll get mixing on that. And if Randy wants to make me a cocktail today, I've got some plum wine. So I've never had plum wine, believe it or not. If I have, the memory of it is gone. Completely gone. So, if you are here and you are a streamer, make sure that you apply to the creator clubs and get into the food and drink channel. If you are an IRL person, you can get in there as well. If you are a mod, they do have it, not in the creator clubs, and I don't know that we have a link to it. There is a new mod club as well through Discord, and so they're going to give you lots of tools and support around being a mod in Twitch, which I think is really kind of important because we cannot do what we do without mods. We simply can't. Robbie and I found this out the hard way. We had mods, and just none of them were at the computer
So we have more
at a
now.
time. So, and then we needed some serious modding at that moment. So we have found out, unfortunately, the hard way that more mods is better, and good mods. More mods. That's it. And all of that. They are worth their weight in coffee beans. Exactly. Now, one of the things I love about my Asian grocery store is that I can actually go and buy meat that is already pre-sliced. I want to see how big they want this slice because I may just as sliced. It doesn't tell me how big. I think these are a little big. You're ready to serve. Are you ready to serve? You have to talk to my head mod.
I mean, I can do that, Michael. I'll just warn you, it takes away your VIP.
You don't get to
badge.
be you can only be either a VIP or a mod for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't be both. I think mods should definitely be able to be VIPs, but Twitch disagrees.
I guess Twitch says if you're a mod, you're already a VIP.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
The sword is cooler than the diamond, I guess.
It's more powerful for sure. Okay, so
Suki's like, do it.
do it. Hey Suki, are you a mod in here?
Suki is a mod in here.
Okay. Good. Suki needs to be a mod in here. So I'm going to go ahead and make these a little bit smaller, or at least some of them a little bit smaller. More bite-sized kind of chunks. Okay. I'm going to stick those in here because I'm going to need to take these over to the sink, and he wants me to rinse these. So we're going to rinse them.
Did you see Suki's response to you?
You're a troll with a green lightsaber, otherwise known as a really good mod. What kind of mod are you anyway if you're not trolling a little bit? At least in the channels I like. All right, this meat. So this is a cut that is really for bulgogi. My store has things for shabu shabu, which is great, but I love it that I can go and I don't have to try and thinly slice my meat this thin. They've done it for me, so that makes me a happy girl. You're excited for this new Yes. Do not disappoint me, Michael.
And if you're ever in town, Dana pays her mods in food.
I pay in food. I may even pay in food if I'm not in town. I'm actually going to be in Florida in a couple of weeks. So
I won't be, though. I'm getting
you
left
will not be.
behind.
You'll be here. Oh,
Someone
so
had to keep Jen entertained, so I
yes,
stayed back.
yes. Ooh, another good news, guys. Food Fight will be back in August. If you didn't see, we will be doing that. I finally got Darth to commit. He's finally got his life together enough that he's like, yep, I'm in for August. So we're going to actually post that in the food and drink thing too, to see if we can maybe meet some new food and drink streamers who are amazing as well. I will be going down to Naples is where I will be. That's where I'll be. It's a girls' weekend, so it'll be super exciting. We do it every year, and this is what we do. This is our entire vacation. We sleep in. I usually get up first. Last time was the first time there was a day I was the last person up and not the first person. And everybody thought that the world had ended and that I must be sick. I don't even know why I slept that late. Apparently my body needed it. And then there was, so we do that and we have our coffee and then we get in our swimsuits and we pack lunches and we go to the beach and we hang on the beach all day. Then we come home and sometimes we nap, but then we shower and we get dressed and we go to a fabulous restaurant and we try all different kinds of restaurants. It's so much fun. And then we come back and we drink wine and go to bed, and then we do the same thing the next day. And that's it. That's the whole vacation. I had one friend who brought her laptop a couple of years ago, and we were like, no, you will not be doing that again. So I'm not really sure why. This is one thing I'm not exactly sure why I'm doing it. I'm sure it's in the book somewhere. So I need to probably read that. But he has you rinsing almost all of the meat before you're putting it in a stir fry. So I'm going to try and squeeze out as much of the water as I can here, because that's what he said to do. And it did seem to make a difference, the couple of treatments we did with the chicken. It did seem to make a little bit of a difference doing this. It's just very odd because I don't usually rinse meat off. You know, I think that especially with chicken and stuff, I think the risk of contamination can be high. So we don't have anything clean over here that I'm worried about today. Everything in here will get washed. Okay, water out. All right, wash my hands.
Washy, washy.
Wash. Do 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 do.
Phenomena.
Do 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 do.
Phenomena.
Do 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 do. All right. Here we go. So now we've got our meat. We've got our meat. Lesser Panda, hello, hello. Now, what am I going to do next? We did that, return the beef to the bowl, add baking soda. So we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And I did find myself I bought myself a small new thing. I have a giant thing of baking soda in there that I use to like clean the oven doors and stuff, which I really need to do. I really, really, really need to do that.
Ooh, a cleaning the oven stream.
Who wants to see me clean the oven? How exciting is that? All right. I'm guessing the baking soda helps dry the meat off. This is not the first time I've done cornstarch and baking soda on meat to fry it and everything.
I like your new towel back there, Dana.
Which one says hangry?
Yeah, the orange one.
Mine is self-cleaning, but the doors don't get really clean. So the inside will get really clean, but I still need to, the doors, I don't know why my doors get so dirty in my oven, but they do.
I do. Dana's messy.
I'm in the oven while it's on, just.
Pretty much exactly like that, yes.
I don't think I am. I think that you're wrong on that.
We'll have to get an oven cam and find out for sure.
Okay. Oh, it says it wants me to do this vigorously. Getting the baking soda, picking it up, throwing it down. I do know why he wants that. He wants the muscle fibers to start breaking down, right? So now I gotta go wash my hands again. Is this fun? This is the washing hands episode.
Is he just in league with the soap company?
Possibly. I do have a towel for if I'm upset at you, Robbie.
Oh, there's another towel.
Yeah.
Worse than the hangry one?
It's, I really need to put an apron. I'm going to put an apron on. Somebody gave this to me. Do you remember, was it Watson?
So, if you have the apron
No,
on, would you like to move the microphone?
Oh, yeah. I probably need to do that. Hang on. I'll put the microphone there.
There we go.
But this was gifted to me by one of my early people. I can't remember who gave it to me now off the top of my head. Kelsey might remember. All right, because it went to Kelsey's store first, and then it got sent to me. All right, here's my towel.
Was that your birthday gift?
I think it was my birthday
Oh wow,
gift.
that's still your top clip, by the way.
There we go.
What?
Here we go. I'm ready. I'm
I
ready
just
to
need to get one of
go.
those for Darth.
That would be funny. I could go get them. They're on sale at Michael's, which is why I got it. And then I had the coupon or the rewards money. So like I got towels and it cost me nothing. All right. I need light soy sauce. I need dark soy sauce. I need jiaoxing. All in the basic Asian pantry that we talked about. And then we're gonna need a little cornstarch. So I need a teaspoon of all of these. That's it, just a teaspoon? Where's my teaspoon? There it is. 1 teaspoon. There's that. I could mix these all together. That would probably be a good idea, but I'm gonna stir this or something. Probably use my hands again. There's hair on my face.
I believe it.
And then the jiaoxing wine. Get that in there. Oh, I got the cooking wine rather than the, oh, dang it. I hate it when I grab the wrong thing. It's not gonna change the taste too much. Oh, cornstarch. Oh, there it is.
It's still early in the stream, Snake. You never know.
What's happening? What am I doing? Am I making mistakes? Oh, the way I lifted it? Yeah, no, probably no soy sauce shots. Okay. So we had a teaspoon of light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and what was supposed to be jiaoxing wine, but I got the jiaoxing cooking wine. So one thing that would be really good is if you made sure your pantry, you didn't lose things in your pantry. Oh, there it is. I put it up with the marsala, that's why. It's fine, we're gonna add a little of this too. The flavor's a little different. Oh, but not that much. There we go. We don't want that much in there.
Exactly, Snake.
And then just to balance everything out, did I already put everything over here? I did. Oh my gosh. Dana, what is going on? We're gonna add a little more of everything else in there.
I don't remember that. Too much salt?
And later died. Oh, I don't remember that. And that's very sad. People sometimes do. Did anybody ever read, what was it called? The books on people dying stupidly. What was that called?
You mean like the Darwin Award?
The
winners?
Darwin Awards, yes. Did you guys ever see that book? It puts together all the different Darwin Awards. It's people who took themselves out of the gene pool in spectacularly stupid ways. My favorite.
I feel like if Rocky was a human, he could make the list. He's crazy.
He's crazy. Here, okay. More spoons, more bowls. We'll stick that in there until we're ready for it. Kidneys shut down from the salt. That is a lot of sodium, yep. Too early in the stream, who knows what'll happen later, right? Probably more likely plum wine, which is in the refrigerator.
I mean, she's
Which
pulled
is-
out the Cabana Boy towel.
So there we
So
go.
I think anything's Sergey. Would you like that open, madam?
Sure. All right, here we go. Cutting board. Let's start with the stuff for the salad. Again, this is gonna be a super simple salad, okay? We are not doing anything fancy here. We're just going to take, I have got some lettuce that needs to be used. We're gonna have to cut some of this off probably. And now I'm doing the Dana dance. We need to give it a name when I just start running around in circles in there. And Vi, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much. 16 months. Look at that. All right, let's get you up on the board.
Jay Berger says, "Grats on founding advisor."
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm super excited to see what all we can put together. I know 4 of us are going to be in, 5 of us, there are 5 of us, and 4 of us are going to be in San Diego for TwitchCon. So we're trying to come up with something to do a panel about. So we've been throwing around some ideas. Let's see here if I can. Yes. It helps if I sing it, yes, in case you were wondering. Does that say 16 months? 16 months.
Did you have a vessel in mind for this wine?
I think just that the little ombre glass is good. Look at that first person up for June. No. Just like there we
Your
go.
drink, madam.
Thank you. Look at that. Look how good he did. He poured me a glass of wine. I mean, it tastes like sake. Did you just put it in there without the lid? Yes.
Yes.
I think you should put the lid on. Okay. Time does fly. That is true. All right. We're going to use that. I'm using a small bowl for my, I'm just going to chop. I usually like to tear my lettuce, but sometimes I'm too lazy, so I cut it. Let's get that piece isn't very good. Oh, and a little bit of the edges aren't good. That one's okay.
And she's
So,
also making a
hello,
salad,
Mary
Todd.
Todd. I'm also making a salad right now, is
She
what I'm
surprised
doing.
me with that, so it's not on the list.
I like to surprise.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
still can't watch her use that knife. It's too big and sharp.
I got it now. It's good. I'm good. It's all good. All right, we need something crunchy in our salads. I did not go grocery shopping this weekend, so I don't have things that I would normally buy,
Hey, Silver G.
like tomatoes and things like that. Silver G, hello. You're kicking up. We're good. We're making a salad because if all I did was make the chow fun, this would be over in about 30 minutes. And so we're gonna make a salad, which we'll add in
Care Bears
10 minutes.
countdown. 4, 3, 2,
And it sounds like Ashley is here too. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
up in the sky.
All right, we're gonna add some mini cucumbers. All right, so I think probably 3 should be good. We need some crunchy in there. And I don't know if I got carrots. Let's see if I've got any carrots that I can use. Yeah, we can put some carrots in there. I think I will maybe shave the carrots, but we want this chunky on there. So hello, beautiful to you back. Thank you so much. It came with the help of all of you guys. Is it annoying when I walk away like that from the stream? It might be. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna peel these. These are Persian cucumbers, so they're a little bit smaller. And they were so cute, I had to buy them.
Leftover pizza stick in the air fryer. Keep it up in the air fryer.
Ooh, pizza croutons. That sounds awesome. Who wants some pizza croutons on their salad? Anybody? I would want some. I think I might have some crunchy, like chow mein type noodles too. We could put that on here as well. I keep those around for when I do chop suey, when I have leftover pork from anything. Because it's funny, so many things like beef foods and even seafoods around here will get eaten as leftovers. But unless it's like a pork meatball, like if I do a pork loin or something, that usually doesn't get eaten all the way. So I make a pork chop suey with it. Achoo! Achoo! Sorry about that. I just sneezed right in your ear. Sorry. I didn't mean to sneeze in your ear. You'll eat them without the... Me too, Jedi. Me too. You use your air fryer more than you thought you would? I don't have space, is my biggest thing. I've got so much stuff already. And I think that my problem is that it's called an air fryer. If they would just call it a mini convection oven or some sort of something like that, I'd probably be like, yeah, I need one of those. But you can't fry with air. But Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Hello, Adra. How are you? It's a food grade hair dryer, basically. All right, crunchy cucumbers, and we'll stick this in the refrigerator till we're ready to eat it as well. So we'll do this and then we'll make the dressing for it. Robbie's gonna try the wine. He doesn't like sake, so I'm gonna guess he's not gonna like it. What are your thoughts?
And that's actually pretty mellow.
Yeah. But it's not really
I heard
all...
you from out there, by the way. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Everybody else already said it, so...
Well, I'm
There's
sorry that
that.
I was taking care of the beast.
Cucumber.
Out in the
Hello,
backyard.
TZ500. Fryer recipes in the Instapot. So I was thinking about recipes today. I have not forgotten about the cookbook. I've actually floated it by a few other streamers too, about maybe doing a whole streamer cookbook and having all the proceeds go to charity. But also having your guys' recipes in there as well. But I am still thinking of how and maybe you guys can think about this too. How do we make the cookbook so that it's unique to what we are as streamers and a streaming community, right? Because other people were throwing out, oh, you have appetizers, you have mains, you have sides, you have desserts, you have salads, you have baked goods, whatever. And it's like, but that's every other cookbook. So how do we make it unique where it still makes sense to the average person, and yet streamers will be like, yes, this is the cookbook for us. This is about us. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Robbie?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
And I'm hoping chat has a better answer than my non-response.
Your non-response, yeah, you're very good at non-response. 2 hours without editing. Okay, I like that as a category. That's a good one.
Full meals without TV magic.
All right. Where's my Canada boy? I said you missed it. I said I got this towel so that if I'm ever mad at Robbie, this is the towel that I'll put on my my shoulder. But now I'm kind of liking it, even though I'm not really mad at Robbie. I probably should chop. This is going to be kind of awkward to eat because these are pretty long strands of. It'll look pretty though. I wish I had something red I could put on here. I had some tomatoes, but I don't. I don't. So yeah, so I'm open to ideas on that. I might open up a section called Streamer Cookbook or something like that. And then you guys can add your recipes, and I plan on, so here's what's gonna happen for July. We're working through this cookbook this month, but for July, I'm actually going to start trying and testing some recipes, and we can, as a group, kind of go, maybe we need to add this, or maybe we can do this, maybe try that. And then we're also, in July, gonna be teaching Robbie some of his, we're gonna teach him like 4 or 5 meals that he can make that are easy. So you can also add those in there, because we could have a section called Meals Even Robbie Can Make.
Feeling the love.
And I would say that keeping it at 5 steps or less, and not too many complicated ingredients and prep things, but delicious. Because it would be nice to have a home-cooked meal some nights when I'm not cooking.
How to lose friends in less than 5 minutes. Make them a mac and cheese milkshake.
I can feel the love.
1 pan meals.
We could do that.
So that'll be July, and then August. Food fight.
Oh, right. August Food Fight will start up again. So I'm super, super excited I could finally get Darth on the track. I didn't do it. His life just got maybe not as complicated as it was for a while. So we'll start that. And I think Megabytes, if he can do it, is going to be doing it. And then I can't remember, somebody else said that they would do it as well. Pasta, a roast chicken, steak, risotto, and any kind of stew. Okay, that's great, but we need recipes. We need recipes. So, tater tot casserole, chicken taco bake. If you put taco in it, or enchilada in it, you've probably got Robbie. Stuffed peppers, enchiladas, exactly. So give me some recipes.
You got me sold, Jedi.
Give me some recipes. I'll look some up too, and we'll come up with something. All right. So I can't think of anything else I have to put on here. Oh, I do have some red onion. All right. Let's put a little red onion on there. It's seen better days. Let's,
Well, yeah, it's been sliced up.
well, we'll get rid of that. And we'll slice some red onions in there. This needed to be used anyway. It was starting to dry up, so. And we'll take that part because that part's a little dry. My trash bowl is not big enough tonight. It's better than not having one. And I'm just going to use this knife rather than the mandolin. You're welcome, Robbie.
Yeah, I don't know which one's more dangerous.
Pasta Primavera. Do you like Pasta Primavera, Robbie?
I think so.
Do you know what it is?
It's pasta.
And what else? What kind of pasta is it?
Primavera.
It's like a vegetable pasta. Pan-seared ribeye, basic risotto, Milanese. You say you can branch off into multiple things. Oh, dog wrangler, where'd he go? All right, so there's our salad. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in here. I gotta do something. I've got some Thai eggplant, and I know that they sometimes put that raw in a salad. Can I get one of these? Can we see if we like that as an option in our salad? Am I supposed to do anything with it or just put it raw in the salad?
Yes.
I don't know that I would like raw eggplant. Anybody ever have raw eggplant in a salad? I was reading about it and they're like, oh, it's usually prepared rare in a salad. So I think Silver G, I love eggplant parm. I think that's gonna be too complicated. I think that it has too many steps for Robbie, right? Because you gotta make sure that the chicken is pounded, then you've gotta put it into multiple things, then you gotta get a pan, and not the chicken, eggplant. You gotta chop the eggplant, or slice the eggplant. So that's one step. I'm telling you, 5 steps. So slicing the eggplant is a step, according to Robbie. And then you've got to fry it, right? So you've got to dip it into multiple things and fry it. That's going to be 2 additional steps in his head. And then you got to put it in the oven. And then you got to make a sauce. And you got to put cheese and all that stuff on it. So that, I love it. And if he learned how to make that, I would love it. But I think he might go, that has too many steps. All right, we're gonna put this a little bit on here. It's actually kind of good. It's got like a little spicy kick to it. He can't handle a breading station. It would be many steps. See, Robbie would scratch that one. I love eggplant parm. Now, if we could find a place that just had eggplant parm ready and all he had to do was, fry it.
Hey Dana, I can cook anything. Let's just get the record clear. I can cook anything with my phone.
And you've heard it here today. All right, let's make our dressing for this. Our dressing is going to be, I should probably turn to the page that it's on. That would be helpful.
Only if you want instructions.
Let's see how much. So we're going to start with a 1/4 cup light soy sauce. And I can use, this says light soy sauce or shoyu. So we're going to use the shoyu.
Skewers could work. The beautiful meal was prepared. Beautiful meal
Yes,
was prepared
skewers
by Chef
would be
DoorDash,
nice.
French chef.
Prepared by Chef DoorDash, French chef. Yes. Oh, freezer prepared. Yeah, that would be good. All right, I need a 1/4 cup of shoyu. So It smells a lot like soy sauce, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a lot clearer. Like it's a lot lighter than what you would think of soy sauce being. All right, so we've got that. And then I need some rice vinegar. This is the proper time to use rice vinegar,
Unlike earlier.
unlike before. I think these are all the things I need for this. I might need ginger too. All right, how much of this? 2 tablespoons rice vinegar. Ugh. Hopefully this is big enough. I think it should be. All right, we got some rice vinegar. This is not seasoned rice vinegar. This is regular rice vinegar. If it's seasoned, it will have salt, sometimes sugar in it. So use, when it calls for rice vinegar, make sure you're not using seasoned rice vinegar for it. Red or brown miso paste. So 2 tablespoons of our miso.
I do love lasagna.
So we're just gonna, that's 1, that's 2. That's about 2 tablespoons, Robbie. Let's see here, what do we have? Lasagna would be great. Hello, oh, Hippie's on incoming. Okay, everybody ready? Are you ready? I need a 1/4 cup of this. So, how much is a 1/4 cup? How many tablespoons? Let me look. A 1/4 cup is 2 ounces. Do I have 2 ounces in here? No, this is 1.
So are you waiting to shout hippie?
He hasn't come in yet.
I'm
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the raid comes in. But hippie! And we'll do it again. It's fine. 1. And this is roasted sesame seeds. Raiders! Raiders, welcome in. Hello, hippie, you're here. You're here. Thank you for the sub. I saw you do that. I'm gonna let Robbie handle that over here. We've got to start all over again on our refrigerator, decorating it. So I think we've got your thing from last time. So, well, welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? How was all of the seafood? I know Hippie's doing ocean stuff. Andy is here. I can always tell when Andy walks in the room. He makes an entrance, for sure. So how did all of the yummy food come out? Did it come out good? It did. I may have rated in, too. I think on the other computer and the other.
I think you did.
I have rated into myself. It's very meta. It's very meta. So if you're new here, my name is Dana. I'm a home chef. Not a home chef. I'm sorry. I am a home cook up here in North Texas. I'm so excited that we now have a new creator club. Hippie may have been talking about that, a food and drink creator club. So if you are a food and drink streamer thinking of streaming food, drinking food and stream. Are you thinking of drinking food and stream? Maybe you're thinking of streaming food and drink. Anyway,
You've had like 2 sips of the sake, Dave.
I mean, words are hard. It's all good. Anyhow, let me know if you're thinking about doing it. I'm one of the advising founders for the Creative Club, for the Creators Club, so I'm super excited about that. And there's the link if you happen to be a streamer right now and want to join our lovely, fun family that we've had for like a day and a half. So we are working through the Walk by Kenji Lopez Alt. We're working through that book, so we're going to be using a walk all month long, other than next Sunday, because next Sunday I will be cooking a meal redemption for Noimu. So the New England, I love New England clam chowder. Can I come over? Cheddar, I've never added cheddar to my New England clam chowder. That's good. Oyster crackers and apple fennel salad, that sounds delicious. I never appreciated fennel salads when I was a kid, but I love them now. You're happy. It's all good. It's all good. So what we're working on right now over here, we're making some beef chow fun tonight.
And there's the friendly reminder from Andy to go
Don't
turn your
forget
stream
to
off,
switch. Hey, Hippie, go check. Did you turn your stream off? This is your reminder from me, so I don't have to text you later and go, Hippie, you're still alive. Because you know what happens, Hippie? People actually contact me and go, hey, Dana, can you tell Hippie he's still alive? So check on that, would you, please?
You're supposed to.
Do that. I can. I'm right over here. So we're making beef chow fun tonight. I was going to attempt to make the noodles. I did not have much success with that yesterday, so I went to my favorite noodle place in town, and they were nice enough to let me buy plain dry noodles that are fresh. So they're fresh noodles, but they by plain and dry, meaning they don't have any sauce on them. And we've got our beef marinating in the refrigerator. We're making a salad, and then I'm making the dressing for the salad right now. And then we're gonna chop up our vegetables, and then we're gonna get cooking. And today we are talking about, I'm trying to teach something from the book as well, because it's a great cookbook to teach you about using a wok. So this is not about just Asian cuisine. This is about cooking in your wok. Okay, so I'm using, in case you were wondering, I use a carbon steel wok. I've got a second one coming, so on Thursday, I'm gonna show everybody how to season it. That's the word I'm looking for, season the wok. And Megabytes will be here with us. So Megabytes is gonna get to learn how to season a carbon steel wok as well. So, socks today, it said, send nudes, send some noodles. Absolutely. I got, send me some moods. Here's a little happy. Here's a little sad.
Here's a little anger.
Here's a little anger. Here's a little disgust. Here's a little joy. So, anyway, let's see here. So yeah, I've got a carbon steel wok. I think that's the best. I don't get a non-stick one. You just have to cook at too high of a heat for that to be a good thing. Not today, Thursday Megabytes will be here. And we're gonna be doing mushu pork. So we're gonna be making mandarin pancakes along with the mushu pork, and I'll probably do something else, but I haven't decided yet on what that is. And then next Sunday, we're gonna be doing Noimu's Meal Redemption, which is bratwurst burnt ends, and then German potato salad that's got some jalapenos and bacon in it, and pretzel-coated okra, fried okra. I'm not sure about that. I haven't fried okra in a really, really long time, and I've usually done it with cornmeal, so we might have to experiment with that one a little bit. Okay, so I've got in my dressing right now, I've got some soyu, I've got rice vinegar, we've got sesame oil. I'm about to, and some miso, some brown miso. We're gonna get some ginger and some garlic in there. I'm gonna put a little sugar in here with my precise measuring. I might not use this palm sugar. Is this, let me see.
Not garlic.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. So we're gonna use regular sugar. I wasn't sure how old that was. I thought, well, I might use it. So we're gonna use, that's a little more than I want. There we go. That's about a tablespoon. Now I can put the rest of this back in here. And ginger and garlic. There's a whole discussion in the New Creator Club about how much garlic you should use for things. So, oh, Chow Fun, the crispy chow mein personally. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing the wide rice noodles. So I think they're called Hor Fun noodles. And that's what we're gonna be using in here. But when we toss them in all that sauce, I'm hoping that we can get, because the other thing we're learning about today is called wok hei, which is when the oil gets aerosolized. I wrote it down because I keep saying it wrong. Aerosolized, and you get those little flames, you know. We're gonna hope for that. Hope for flames, hope for fire. That's what we want. All right, so we'll take some garlic here. I just might as well leave that here because I know I'm gonna need more garlic. It calls for one. We're using 2. Get that off of my knife. This is how I sliced myself on this knife once. I gotta be really careful. This is a Johnson knife. So if you like not just seeing food and drink, but if you like to see how the knives are made, Johnson is on Twitch and he's on almost every day making knives. Jonsiin. And you can watch him make knives. And you could even win one. He made this knife for me, which was super sweet of him. And we have won, between Robbie and I, we've won 3 other little paring knives, basically. Oops, don't want that. So, I know you don't want garlic, but I'm all about the garlic. I love garlic. But there was a whole discussion on how much garlic you should use. And everybody was like, whatever you think you need, add more. And then there was a big discussion on aprons. Some people don't like aprons very much. And yet their chat thinks they should be wearing them. Your mom gets 5 votes. Exactly, that's how it works. I told Robbie he gets 49% of the vote when we do things around here. I think that's pretty generous.
That sounds high.
I think it's pretty generous.
It would be if that were accurate.
All right, how much ginger? All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get the zester.
Did you know garlic
Microplane.
cloves, just like pepper, can vary in flavor?
Yes, it is good.
And welcome in.
And it depends. I gotta make sure I don't put my trash in my salad.
That would be a good thing to try and keep straight today.
I know Darth wants
Did
me.
you drop your cabana?
I
boy
did.
towel?
I did. I know Darth wants me to keep this, keep a towel on me, but all right. So, hey, Hippie, did you hear? Did you hear that I finally got Darth to say we're going to be doing Food Fight in August and September? We're really excited about that. I cannot do it. People say you should do it this way, and then you've got everything on the other side, and I cannot do it that way. I have to lean it and do this. Not, I don't, so unless the dish is supposed to be a garlic forward dish, I like to have a lot of garlic, but I don't, like there are some dishes, there was a mushroom fried rice that I make occasionally, and the original version of it, the garlic overwhelmed all of the mushroom flavor. So I cut it back by like a 1/4. I barely could put any in there now. So now it enhances it. But then there are certain things like garlic bread that you want to have all the garlic flavor. So someone needs to make a ginger press. I'm good with this. I'm not in a hurry.
What these do.
So, and you throw your name in the hat for Food Fight. Ooh, excellent. I would love that. Love that. Can you get the oil sparkling and such with a home, sparking and such with a home kitchen? Yes, you can. You can. And so here's what we're going to do. It's a great, great question, Vi. That is a really great question. So what we're going to do, I've got a gas burner, and I've got pretty high BTUs on a couple of these burners. So I think it's a lot easier with a gas burner. I don't think you can do it with an electric burner. Okay, I don't think an electric burner is going to probably get hot enough to do that. So we'll check the temperature of the wok, and we'll see what temperature we can get it to. But it has to do it has to do partially with how hot the pan is, but it's about the flipping motion, right? So when you're flipping the food in there, the oils that are in the pan, they get aerosolized. I feel like I'm back when I was trying to pronounce the Swedish food I was making, and I had to keep looking at the person going, did I say it right? And then it gets up in the air, and then that's what sparks, right? And it hits the food, and it gets that Maillard reaction really quickly on there. So 40 clove chicken. Yes, add more garlic. Exactly. Hence the name garlic bread. Exactly. Yeah, food fight. I'm so excited. It's how you use the sides of the wok also. Right. So we want to make sure that when we're putting our sauces and stuff in the wok, we don't want to put it in the middle. I used to do that all the time. I know better now. You put it around the sides because then it heats up and it starts to kind of caramelize when it gets on the food as well. So that's another way you do. You love wok cookery. Induction cooktops would heat things quickly. Yes, so I wonder if you could do it for that or if you need the flames to do that, right? I don't know. It says cabana. Where's my cabana boy? But you and Aspie thought the same thing. All right, so I've got my garlic, I've got my ginger. We need to put some toasted sesame seeds in there.
Jedi owns 3 woks.
You have 3? I'm about to have 2. I've never had more than 2. I did get rid of, I think I told you, last time I had a round bottom one and I decided to get rid of that one because it was just really a pain with this, taking the whole thing off and then getting the ring and all of that. And the flat bottom seems to work just as fine. And I got rid of my non-stick one when I was like, this is not good. This isn't working. All right, and we'll get some black ones in there too.
Braidwood has 2. Her original one is hammered steel.
Ooh, hammered steel, nice. I was looking for a hammered carbon steel one, and they were out of them. So I just got another carbon steel one. And then we also need a little just
Sounds like the perfect
neutral.
trifecta, Jedi.
Oh my gosh. You're always finding things in the trash that people are throwing away. People throw away. I mean, I walk through my neighborhood sometimes and I'm like, look at all that outdoor furniture. That's pretty good. But I don't need outdoor furniture. But if I had time taking it and cleaning it up and fixing the little problems with it, that would be awesome. By the way, hopefully you don't see them, but I had the door open earlier today, so there are a couple of flies in here. Pain in the butt flies. All right, now our dressing's ready. I'm not gonna toss that yet, all right? We're gonna switch places. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator, hopefully, and take the meat out. And now, let's get the vegetables ready for the wok. Again, this won't take too long. I think for Chow Fun, we just need the onion, garlic, scallions. I do not have any kind of mung beans, but I've got this other sprouts. We're gonna try it. It's supposed to be really a microgreen salad. So we're gonna try that in there because I don't have any. I didn't get to the grocery store today, so I don't have any sprouts. I do have mushrooms. Would that be weird to put mushrooms in a Chow Fun? I have a maitake mushroom.
Did you
think
see
that
the
might
Who
be
Owns a
weird.
Pressure cooker question?
All right, let's see. Where's the pressure cooker question? You found 2 SodaStream machines last week. I own a Instapot, which has a pressure cooking thing in it. So who had the screaming goat? Hippie, gauge and shaker weight. Ooh, pressure canner. I do like the wok a lot. What does this button do? You gotta wait for Kanara for that button, because she hates it. Is it just 2 of these? Hang on, I gotta look. Onion, oh yeah, because I've also got onions. Oh, I need 3 scallions in there. What happened? Puppy cam on top with the rings. I just have, why have the old ones? I think these other ones are safer. So no, I don't have an old one. I just use the Instant Pot, which is really awesome and has really come in handy when I have forgotten I need to slow cook something. And then I'm like, hey, I can do this in like 40 minutes instead of 4 hours. That was great. Okay, now we're good. Oh, here comes the dawn. He knows he'll
Yum,
get
yum,
some
yum.
treats and you'll get to see him and he'll annoy me. It's all fun. Yum. You have 0 walks, Suki. We'll have to work on that. Pressure canning. I don't do pressure canning. I don't do a lot of canning, honestly. I don't have the time to do it. So I don't put it in a precious Canara. I am a Food and Drink Creative Club founding advisor. 100%. And there's another one in here too, named
I know
Canara.
someone who cans.
You do, I know. I do it occasionally, like if I've got a ton of jalapenos in the garden or something, I might do it, but I don't do it a lot. Take the in, put it in the water, and it will regrow. I could, or I could just go to the grocery store because they're like 50 cents. So, I have a full-time job other than this. So I don't have as much time to dedicate to things that I really do love doing from before when I didn't have a full-time job, when I was a stay-at-home mom and I had time while the kids were at school to do things like garden and can things and spend all day cooking and baking, and I just don't have that anymore. And I'll be honest with you, while I did some of that, I didn't do a lot because I did a lot of volunteer work. So there was that as well. Pressure can. Oh, that was in regards to Canara hating that button on the Instapot, the pressure canning feature. Oh, okay. Canara's going around and annoying every single person until they sign up for the club. So Hippie, you might as well just go and do it. But I think you said you've already put the application in, you're just waiting. You hadn't heard anything. He's helping me? Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with Rocky's helping. But he's kind of in my way. Okay, I need half a yellow onion here. So, pay off now.
I'm also still waiting.
Yep, Robbie's waiting. And Robbie, also, you applied to the mods, right? To the mod group?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Debbie.
So Robbie's waiting for a couple. Debbie CSM, hello, how are you? How are we going to process all of these requests, especially in the middle of TwitchCon in Europe? All right.
It's done now.
Is this supposed to be sliced? I'm going to guess this is sliced. Sliced. Oh, good. Look, it actually has how much it's supposed to weigh. I think I might get... You don't see that very often with vegetables. Half a yellow onion, about 3 ounces, right? Because you guys have been to the store. You know that an onion... That was a terrible slice there, Dana. Robbie's not watching. He hates it when I do this. Anyway, you can get a yellow onion this...
Drop your towel again.
You made me do it.
I made you drop your towel.
Yes. Look, Canara, do you like my towel? It says Cabana. Cabana, not Canada. People are in here telling me it says Canada. Anyway, you get an onion this big, and you get an onion this big. So when they say 1 onion, what do they mean? So there we go. Yeah, and if you're not following Canara, you probably haven't been chastised enough this week.
I already applied to both, Canara. Speedo Street. What? What?
You're going to scare him away, and he's never going to do anything. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Holy cow. It said around 3 ounces, and that's about what we have here. So that's perfect. So that's ready to go. Now that I've got a giant bowl here, I've got too many things going. And this doesn't even have a whole lot of ingredients to it. All right, and I got that. I need some garlic. I got the scallions. And then we're gonna read the recipe. So this, never have too much onion. I would say sometimes that's true. There's some things I'm like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
I would say I would do it at some ridiculous follower goal, but you would just make it happen. So I'm not even going to put a number out there.
I mean, Robbie never wanted to do anything crazy. And I don't know if you guys know this story, but back when we first started streaming, we were 4 months in, maybe 3 months in, 3 or 4 months into streaming. And I said, we should do something crazy. We've got these cow costumes. How about if we say we'll go out in these cow costumes if we get X amount of subs? And I think I said something like 100 subs. And Robbie's, or 50 subs. And Robbie said, oh no, it needs to be like 250. I said, would you go for 150? And he goes, you're never gonna reach 150. And I said, so you should say yes. Because I think at that time we were averaging like 30, right? So we weren't gonna make it. We just wanted to have something fun out there. And then Nadeshot was doing a thing going around and hopping around to streamer, giving out subs. And hopped into mine. I had no clue who Nadeshot is. I don't play video games. And all of a sudden in my stream, there are like 75, 100 more people that kind of just dropped in there. Well, he was streaming going into other people's streams. So he was streaming as well.
So it wasn't like an actual raid.
Like it wasn't a raid. He just told all his people, go there. And so he had that up and he was streaming all of that. I didn't know what I was doing. I was making tortillas at the time. And I kept flipping the tortillas over and over because just so many people came in, right? And he dropped like 50 subs. And then Robbie goes, oh my gosh, that's so close to the, that gets us like 50 more to the cow costume or something like that. You go back and you watch Nadeshot's stream. And he hears that and he goes, oh, 150 subs for the cow costume. And he's like, we got to make that happen. But Robbie's like, you see, it happened. And then we went back and we watched that VOD and I go, oh, it's your fault.
But he says we got to make that happen. And he just drops another
100
100 subs.
So it was a good month. But Robbie at first was like, look at what happened. And then when we got to watch that, I'm like, it was your fault. You're the one who said something. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun, yeah. So that's how we ended up doing our first kind of community goal challenge and how we ended up at a tiki bar in North Carolina wearing cow costumes, streaming.
And yes, people were looking at us wondering what in the world we were doing. It
Yeah.
was not close to Halloween.
Nope. It was not. It was September. It was September. September, October. So people were like, what are you doing? And our waitress was like, oh, I wish you'd came yesterday. I was wearing my cow ears yesterday. And she was serious. We're like, haha. She goes, no, I was wearing my cow ears yesterday. We're like, oh. It was fun, wasn't it?
You could have gone to the Fort Worth Cattle Tribe in those outfits.
It's true. It's true. We could have. So we just ordered a lot of tiki cocktails. So I have a bunch of old tiki cups and stuff from the cocktails that we had there. One was a parrot, and there's a coconut and monkey. It was a real tiki bar. So So Lucretia Pop, hello stranger. How are you doing? I was thinking about you the other day and was about to message you, and then, you know, squirrel. Don't want to say it too loud or Rocky will be like, where's the squirrel? So if you're just coming in, we're making beef chow fun today. We've got a salad ready to go. I'm just getting the things ready to go in the pan because if you have worked with a wok before, things go fast once you start cooking. And we are doing everything in a wok this month except for next Sunday. So, and I may try to make something in the wok just to keep with the theme of working out of the wok.
Self-clean
So,
it's broken.
You're gonna kick it a few times. What? So, did the on-screen celebration happen and I just don't get to see it?
Well, I did that because Jay Burner gave you bits for the Gigantify emote.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Jay Burner. Do we need to get that up on the,
Probably.
you're gonna do that? You haven't done anything. Hippie's not up here. Jay Burner's not up here.
Whoa. I haven't done anything. She's wearing a towel that is taunting me. I'm literally distracting the puppers who was bothering the neighbors. But I'm not doing anything.
You are doing things, but we also got to do other things.
It's like, yeah, but you're only doing 5 of your 10
You're only doing
jobs.
5
Stop slacking.
things. There's like 7 of you: Robbie, Randy, Ricky, Roy, Scrat.
All right, so who all do we have got to catch up on? We got Hippie.
We got Hippie. Grab that dog. Grab that dog. All right, I need to get this garlic into something, because why not? Let's make another bowl dirty.
Or let's not.
I mean, I do the dishes, so I don't know. Back in the day, you could have complained because you did the dishes.
I can still complain.
Okay. Then you do that. All right. We have our marinated beef here. And I'm going to read through we're going to read through all of these instructions because we want to make sure we do this right the first time. Okay? Because I don't have enough to make it a second time. So, this is the cookbook. If you just got in here, it's called The Wok. Recipes and techniques. So here's what we're gonna do. We did that. Fine mesh strainer in a heat-proof bowl. Have it ready at your workstation. We'll just put it right here. I need to clean my mesh strainer out though. Have I what? Oh, nope.
Well, and a sub too. I forgot about that too.
Oh, you got a sub from?
From Hippie, so I got to do that too. That's separate.
Oh, that's right. That is right. I forgot about that. Look, already on our way. On the refrigerator. I don't know. You know what? Everything's mixed up in the filing cabinets in my head. Wrong words are coming out. All right, so the reason we are doing this, the reason why we're gonna have this bowl ready here with the strainer is because when we take the meat out, we're gonna want to put it here so that the oil kind of strains off of it, okay? So that's why we're gonna do this. So, cookbook, come over here. I'm trying to keep my station cleaner.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm doing a decent job over here. Things are in the sink.
42 months.
What? Have I known that? You're gonna take your bandage. See you later, still on. Thank you so much, Vi. Thank you so much. How do you keep that wok looking brand new? So it's actually got a lot of, it's hard to tell, but it's actually got discoloration in it, but you want that. That's the aging process of it, right? So it looks really clean right now because I clean it and I use soap and water. And after it's done, dry it really, really, really good. And sometimes I'll even put it on the heat again just to make sure it's completely dry. And then what I do is I take a neutral oil and I put a real thin layer in there, and then I take a paper towel and I wipe it off. What that does is that protects the carbon steel from oxidizing. That's the word I'm looking for, oxidizing. So you don't get those rust spots on it. You wish you could season anything? Life would be great, yeah. You're gonna head off. All right, good night, Andy. Have a good night.
Good night, Andy.
Yeah, so it's the trick also with cast iron is that you wanna make sure that after you have washed it, you can wash it with soap if you want to, is to dry it really, really, really good. Because once you've got that layer of seasoning on there, unless you are taking a scrub brush and really scrubbing that thing, you're gonna be fine. You still got that seasoning on it. And I will actually sometimes, after I'm done, if I still have some stuff that's kind of stuck on my cast iron, I'll take some salt, some like kosher salt, so really coarse salt, and a little olive oil or a little neutral oil, and I will scrub the pot with that and then wipe everything out. So, and that protects it from getting oxidized. Wok hay, yes. So we are not this isn't really the wok hay. The wok hay is kind of the aroma and the taste that comes from cooking, that smokiness that comes from cooking in a wok, right? And so we've been talking about this today. This is one of the things that we wanted to talk about today with wok hay is, it's kind of the breath of the wok. So it's when you toss that food back up into that hot oil that's tossing up and getting aerosolized as well. And sometimes you get those little flames. So hopefully when I do this, we'll get some of those, because that would be awesome. Any seafood recipes coming this month? I was just looking at that. I would like to try and do something with seafood there. Water evaporate prior to seasoning up. Definitely going to get that thing dry. Exactly. Whether it's cast iron or carbon steel, they will oxidize if they're not completely dry. Do not let them air dry. Do not. And if you've got cast iron in particular, you can get this little thing from Lodge. It looks like this. And mine's a little out of shape, but when you get those little oxidized things, you can use this to just kind of scrub them off. I also use it sometimes when I've got something that's just really stuck on there as well. Shrimp is good in woks. I agree. I'm gonna go and I've got to find a recipe, and then I'm gonna go talk to my fish guy and see what we can get. All right, so we've got that ready.
Did you ever see the Jan Can Cook show?
I have not seen that in front of a live audience. Have not. I'm sure I'm old enough, Jay. I'm sure I'm old enough to do that. Okay, so.
But are you also old enough that you forgot?
That's also a possibility. Smart Alec.
I'm earning my towel.
Okay, so 45 seconds, strain the beef in oil through a fine mesh strainer, transfer the beef to a rim baking sheet, set aside, wipe out the wok. Oh, we're going to be using that oil, hopefully.
Thank you for that follow.
So, well, hello, call me Barbie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow and welcome to the community. You saw that my cabana boy said welcome in. So, you can be my cabana boy. But Kanara might make you wear Speedo.
Apparently.
I didn't know she wanted to see
Things
you in a
I
Speedo.
didn't have on the bingo card today.
Okay, so when we do part 2 of this, Robbie, I'm going to need your help, okay? So we're going to cook the meat first, strain the meat, put the meat on a cookie sheet. What that does is that will help it it'll keep cooking on there because the steam from the meat's going to keep cooking it some.
I'm not even going to say a number, Michael, because you and or Chad will just make it happen.
If Jan can cook, so can you. Forget the doozy. I'm sure you would. I've never seen him in a Speedo, so have
That's
you
why
ever
she's
even,
still with me, by the way.
have you
because
ever
she
worn,
hasn't seen it.
Have you ever worn a Speedo?
I don't think so.
No. You don't remember? Is your brain going
that's
to
why I'm saying
memory?
I think I'd remember that.
Hello, Chef Mega. It's going great. How's it going for you? I'm just making sure I got all my things in a row here before we start cooking in this wok. Swirl the coat, add the noodles. Being careful not to be too rough with the noodles. And then add half the sauce. Oh, I haven't made the sauce yet. See? I'm so glad I read this. I almost forgot to do the sauce. And so
It does take like 30 seconds, it's true.
So we need, what was the other thing? Was it Jiaxing? Yeah, Jiaxing wine. So this sauce is only going to have 3 ingredients in it. We're going to have, it said light soy sauce. So let's not use the soy sauce.
I can handle it.
Everybody can do it. We should teach Robbie. Maybe we'll do that one on the stream. Where did I put the light soy sauce? There it is.
Right, with all the other
Let's
stuff.
do it. It's way too many spices and stuff. No, it's not. It depends on what you order. This is like mild. It's not spicy at all. And how many spices do you see? Garlic, ginger is in the dressing. I don't even think there's no ginger in this, so we don't have the spiciness from fresh ginger. It's just the garlic and the onions and the meat. So, well, we didn't. First of all, I want to really make sure we understand. There have been multiple people over the years that have started a club for food and drink people. Kanara started one specifically several months ago, specifically to work on getting us the Creator Club, which is a Twitch thing on Discord that gives us support. And Lady Tearsum, welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. We're glad that you are here. So Kanara did this, started this, but the whole community came out as a whole to help. But it was really Kanara's spark, motivation, determination, and pain in the buttness that helped get us this Creators Club. So
I
we
call
are,
it
but thank you
dedication.
so much. Dedication, sure, we'll go with that. I like mine better, but you know, I think I had dedication in there.
I don't know. I don't listen to you.
I know you don't. So true.
I'm over here distracting the dog.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
true. It's so true. Anyway,
You might be wondering
thank
how
you
I
so
got
much.
here.
I am very honored to have been nominated and picked to be one of the founding advisors. So we expect to see you in there, Chef Mega. We expect to see you in there.
Said that
Excellent.
implied, so
I know. I'm going to see it. Building a basic Asian pantry. So yes, so Jay Burner, if you go look at what's in the basic Asian pantry, there's really nothing spicy in that. I don't think there is anything spicy in the basic Asian pantry. You could add some chili oil and some crunchy chili stuff and whatever, but in your basic Asian pantry, you can make probably 80% of the dishes in this book with just those 10 items in your pantry. So, how I got here. You might be wondering how I got here. She's a trailblazer, yeah. So I just want to make sure that Kanara gets her due, number one, and that the Twitch listened, and so we're super excited to get things started in there. And hey Kanara, did I tell you, hey Kanara, I finally got Darth to commit to August and September for Food Fight. So I'm gonna get that in the Creator Discord soon. Okay, I need to make this sauce before I forget. 4 teaspoons of light soy sauce. You know, if only I hadn't already put that in the sink. 4 teaspoons. Does this have teaspoons on it? It does not. Does this have teaspoons on it? It does, but it's 1 teaspoon. That's going to take forever. All right. And forever, I mean like 30 seconds. So 4. Is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So oh wow, that's interesting. Old wooden cart being dragged by a broken down Grand Canyon donkey. That is good. Food fight, I know. Aren't you so excited, Amy? I'm so excited. I texted him last night and I'm like, can you commit to August and September for food fight? And he said, yes, ma'am. And this morning I said Tuesday nights and he said, yes, ma'am. And I'm like, I'm just gonna take it. That's what's gonna happen. All right, I need 2 teaspoons of dark soy sauce. So we have light and or, oops. My book already has many stains on it. So, you're officially food and drink aunt. Thank you, Chef May. I'll take it. She can be mom. I'm the younger sister that you're eating. Is that okay? I love Canara. It's fine.
I found it today on Canara's stream that Hellman's mayonnaise is called Best on the West Coast.
Is it really?
Which makes the advertisement they used to have make a lot more sense now.
It sure does.
Bring out the Hellman's and bring out the best.
That makes way more sense. I usually buy Duke's. That's what I usually buy around here. Okay, so we got our sauce. So Robbie, transfer layer baking sheet, blah, blah, blah. Sauce by swirling around the edges of the wok. Continue stir fry until the sauce is dry. Transfer the noodles to a rimmed baking sheet. Carefully spread in an even layer. Wipe out the wok. Sweep across the vegetables and noodles. Okay. Okay, I gotta get another baking sheet out. So, when I cook my best on here, I read the recipe. I read the recipe to make my grocery list. Then I read the recipe again and I take notes. And I have my notes over here. I did not do that tonight, which is why you see me reading a lot more, because I don't want to miss a step. Normally, this paper over here doesn't have all the specifics, but it has my notes in the order so that you don't forget to do something. And if I do forget to do something, it's usually adding something at the last minute, or I add 2 things when I should have added 1 and then added 1 later. But I do much better that way, so this has taught me today to make sure I do that every single time. So, I like, my Costco used to have Kerrygold, and I could get 2, 4, 6, 8 sticks. I think it was 8 sticks, and it was like $10 or $12.
Would you say that Duke's is your favorite, Dana?
Duke's is my favorite. That's my go-to, unless I'm using Kewpie mayo for something. So it's usually either, I should have brought Kewpie while I was at the Asian market. Well, I usually either use Duke's or Kewpie depending on what I'm making. Or sometimes it's just on what I end up grabbing. If I'm being perfectly honest here. Oops, that's the wrong burner. Here we go. All right, we're gonna heat this up. Now, I said this before, I said this on Thursday, but I want to say it again. Let your wok heat up first and then add your oil and let your oil heat up. If you put your oil in first, it's sitting in there longer, breaking down while the wok is heating. Okay, so we want to add it in after the wok is heated up. So it's a good rule of thumb. Duke's is your new mayo. Kewpie's the only mayo you use. See, they're both good. They have they have different things. Like sometimes I like the tang of Duke's with the apple cider vinegar in it, but there's some things that I'm like, I don't need that tang because I'm doing this with it. So I'll use Kewpie mayo instead. Subpar mayo before. I probably used Hellman's mostly before I was introduced to Duke's mayo. Yeah, exactly, Michael, Hellman's. That's what I did. Okay, I need my neutral oil. So neutral oil is going to be your grape seeds, your peanut oil, your canola oil. Those will be kind of your neutral oil. So when you're cooking in the wok, like I've had some people use the roasted sesame oil as they're cooking things in the wok. I've done it before and it's overpowering in its flavor. So I like to use that more in the sauces than I do anything else. So walk this way. Let's see how hot a wok is right now. It may be too hot. Let's see. The wok right now is at 550. So you can see that gets really, really hot, right? It's more of a flavoring oil for sure. But I've seen people cook with it, and including people that this is their main kind of food that they eat, right? This is traditional for them. The first house I ever moved into, I didn't even know what sesame oil was at that point. That's where I learned. And they used it so much that it was coating like everything in the kitchen. My mom and I spent hours scrubbing all the cabinets and everything done. Because I don't want to stir the pot. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so how much of this was I supposed to use? Let's look at that too. Half a cup. But this doesn't want me to use the whole thing the whole time, does it? Add the beef and cook. So it does want me to do a whole half of a cup, so that's a lot. I'm going to use every measuring cup. That's my goal tonight. Half a cup. So I'm using grapeseed oil. Other things I'll use avocado oil. I have not actually. Has anybody tried avocado oil in the wok? That's what I usually keep around, that and olive oil. Olive oil, the smoke point is way too low. You cannot cook in a wok with that. You'll burn things. So now we see why we want the strainer for this. Okay. So we're gonna let that heat up. Oh, I need to get a.
Nara says, I have, and it's fine.
And it's fine? Okay, cool. Then I will not worry about not having other things.
Smoke point is over 500.
I knew the smoke point's high. I just didn't know if it added a flavor to it that we didn't want. All right, I don't want this to steam, so I'm gonna have to do this in 2 batches. This is gonna go back in the pot with the noodles, and it's also gonna steam on the baking sheet. And it's beef. But I think I'm gonna need another bowl. I'm not going to toss this because of the amount of oil that's in it. All right, everybody, so. It's right there on the table. If you want to grab it for me. I don't know where the other small bowl is. All right. It's not ideal. Okay. So we're gonna pour all of that oil in here once we've cooked the second thing. And the reason why I didn't put it all in there is I don't want it to steam. Woo! Ow. And don't throw your beef into the oil. Oops. Either. That's not good. I know. I'm trying to be careful. All right, so we're just going to kind of get this browned.
Mara says, how fast can Dana jump back? Turns out, pretty fast.
Reflexes. Like a sloth. That's what I got. Hey, Kanara, when are you going to come back so we can cook in the kitchen again? I promise I won't poison you. No pepper spray fumes in the air next time. All right. This is the meat hand.
When hot oil's involved, everyone has an inner ninja. Hippie says to stock up on the peppers.
I always have peppers.
Aspie says, can I come?
Absolutely. Everybody wants to be poisoned. This is great. All right. So we're going to pour that through the meat there. I'm going to turn this off for a second so I can wash my hand. And we can, whoops.
Jedi says, sloths move so slow that moss literally grows on them.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? Maybe I'll just come into the kitchen one day just covered in moss.
Do we have options on the style of poisoning?
Sure, sure. All right. So we have drained off oil there, and we're going to stick this on the cookie sheet. That's looking good. That's looking good. Look at this. Look at this. That's some good meat. Oh, I need a bigger one for the noodles because I was supposed to put the meat on the other one. The smaller one. But now we're going to need that for the noodles. Okay. So, does this want me to, seven knowledge, it says I wipe out the wok. That's what I thought it was going to say. Because there's nothing better than something that was just 500 degrees to try and wipe out. But we don't want those crispy bits getting burned, so we do want to wipe them out carefully. I'm going to do it this way because one of them touched my skin. You know, at the end of the month, I'm going to have little bitty burns all over my body from cooking things in the wok.
Connor says, hey, no poisoning.
No
of
poisoning,
Kanara.
Kanara.
I think that's a good rule.
Suki wanted to be poisoned. That's all I can, you know. That's not you. All right, where did I put? So now we're going to get this going again. Nope, wrong one.
Suki says, I was asking for myself.
I know, see?
Keeps looking behind her.
So once this heats up, oh, you should see my book. It looks well loved. We're going to add a tablespoon of the oil, and then we're going to add the onion, garlic, scallions. I'm not going to add the bean sprouts in right now because they're not really bean sprouts. They're like a micro salad. So we'll add them in towards the end to give a little more crunch. All right. How hot is our wok? It's still at 550. So we're good. We're going to take some of that. Throw that in there. And then I said green onions. It wasn't supposed to be the onions yet, was it? Or was it all of it?
The wok is so hot.
Oh, it's everything. Yes. It's so hot. What's after that? I could get this, it's at like 550. I could probably get it a little hotter than that.
Oh, you can tell the Match Game fans in
Match
here.
Game's answer. What is it? How hot was it? The woks get so hot.
I'm a terrible Gene Rayburn. I'll have you know, he was reading off of cards provided to him.
All right, look at that. Look at some of those. So we could also do this, but there's not a lot of oil in here, so I don't know that we're going to get any. There's also lots of, no, you can't have onion, sweetie. I know you won't eat it anyway because you don't like onion. So bonus, I'm practicing. I'm also going to have big mussels.
Ooh, now you're talking cheesy. I do need a special microphone like you had.
All right, so is this supposed to go into a stir fry? Okay, so now it wants me to do this. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. This. To get a little of that smoky flavor. So we get a little crispiness. I don't know, can you see things starting to ignite a little bit on there? The edges of the onions and stuff? All right.
The Pity Poor Clinic opened a
A
wet
wet
bar.
How hot was it? All right, I think this has got to come out because we got to do the noodles next. All right. So again, on Thursday we were talking about if you've got a wok, you want to make sure that you have a wooden spoon that's kind of rounded around the edges. All right, back on the fire. Now we're going to do noodles, I believe.
Hey, Miss Harley B. Good to see you.
Harley B, hello, how are you? And then how much of the beef? Return high heat smoking, the drained beef, add the noodles and stir fry. I may have to do the noodles in 2 different batches because I have a lot. Oops. Sticking my hands.
Estina just reaches right in there.
It's only like 500 degrees, it's fine.
Mara says the only downside of my old stove is I have to bring in my camp stove to use the wok.
To use, oh, for sure. And you use that inside? Because that's what I would be afraid of. I don't want these to stick. I'm going to add a little more oil because they're starting to stick.
Dana has the opposite problem. Her smallest burner is usually still too hot for simmering. A 2-mile walk sounds fun. So I just realized I said that word out loud with the dog right by me.
All right. So after this, it says add the noodles. Now we're going to add half the sauce. Okay. And we're going to add it around the edges. Because we don't want...
Hey, Golden Flare.
We don't want the sauce to cool down the middle, the hottest part of the wok. So we do it off to the side so that it heats up as it goes down. And it also gets a little caramelizey. Look at those noodles. How's it smelling, Robbie? Is it smelling good?
Really good.
Okay, so we're going to stick these over here.
Look at that fire going on the stove.
I know. All right, I'm going to stick that off the fire for a second. Because now what we can do, if again we want that smoky flavor, we can take these right here, and actually putting it on top of the oil is maybe a bad idea. So let's move that.
Yes, we almost needed the fire extinguisher.
Can I tell you though, for my birthday one year, we went to a restaurant and we were sitting at the bar, and one of my friends, he kept ordering me things that had the little like mini Roman candles on top of them. But this bar had all the alcohol right above where we were sitting. And so each time I look over at the person next to me, I said, does anybody else think it's a bad idea to have flames like right underneath all the alcohol? Seemed like a bad idea to me. I did not make these noodles. They are from one of my noodle places. So we're gonna do this, or not. What is happening? And just kind of go over the top. Give a little smokiness to the noodles. If we had the really hot wok in the restaurant and I could toss these up into the oil, we'd 100% do that. But we can kind of see it crisping up a little bit and get that little chow fun stuff, right? So that's how we're gonna do our wok hay today, is do that with the noodles. Passing the opening item. Okay, so, Price is Right. I love the Price is Right. All right, so now we've done that. I didn't see the oils though, because it said you should see like the oils jump. Did we see? Oh, a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit going there. We are seeing a little bit of the
You just have to
orange
not be moving around
flames.
quite so fast, I guess.
Yeah. But we can see that oil igniting on some of these.
Kanara's asking if you seasoned your wok indoors.
Yes, I did. I did. We got a little stickiness in here right now, but it's fine. Okay. Until smoking, then add everything back in the wok and toss it to combine. I'm not happy that this is like got so much stuff in the bottom. So we're gonna try and get some of that out. That was the noodle sticking to the bottom. I think it needed more oil than what the recipe called for, so I'm actually gonna note that. That we need a little more oil so that it doesn't stick. And while I want some charred stuff, I don't want things that are burned. So we'll get that out. You know what I'm saying, Robbie? Char is
Yes.
good.
Burned is
Like
bad.
the chicken you made last night on the grill. Char is good, burn is bad.
When you season it, do you treat it like a cast iron?
Kind of. So I'm gonna actually be seasoning a new wok on Thursday. So if you wanna see how I do it, come show up on Thursday and I'll walk you through seasoning carbon steel woks. I'll walk you through it. Huh?
You're hilarious,
I know.
Dana.
Thank you. I am hilarious.
Don't forget my bribe money after the show, though.
So it's not exactly the same as a cast iron because this is carbon steel. So I don't do it quite the same way. All right, we're gonna get that hot again. Then we'll add some more of that beef oil, I'm sure. Everything back into the wok, toss to combine, being gentle with the noodles so as not to break them, and add the remaining sauce to the wok. And our noodles should be sizzling some more when we do that. So,
I can't wait to eat this.
I know. And then all we gotta do is toss our salad. We've got a salad, we're gonna put some dressing on it, toss it. But I wanna make sure, how hot are we? We're already at 420. So
You know
we're
what we
good.
forgot, Dana?
It is going to be great. What did we forget?
These.
So that oil I'm talking about to get that wok hay that's aerosolized, you know, did you see that? See that on the edge? That's going to create that wok high hay. Wok hay, wok high. All right. I have so many more noodles than this. We're going to toss all of this in there. We're going to get our veggies in there. I don't want those noodles to stick. So I'm going to toss those. We're going to get our meat in there. Just use my hands.
That's what they're for.
That's what they're for? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a minute for my brain to process what you've said. Look at that, guys.
Hands are the best tools we have. That's what Kanara says.
Next to our brain. All right, now we're going to take the very last bit of this sauce. We're going to run it around the edges of the wok. And we're going to wait until this is almost dry, till we just see the sauce like clinging to all of the food. And then we're going to serve it up. So while that is finishing in there, I'm going to start cleaning some space out here. I think that's pretty good. I didn't even use my chopstick, my giant chopsticks today. I didn't need to. But I do, you know what I do have, Robbie? Giant bowls for tonight's dinner. Is that going to be enough for you, do you think? Maybe?
I might be not hungry after this meal.
All right, guys. I'm going to clean up my countertop real quick here. Try to get all the extraneous stuff out of the way. We got to get the salad out. Look, there's garlic. There's a pencil for some reason. Because we don't want this to wait too long before we eat it, right? I'm going to eat it soon. And then we need, can you get some salad, some bowls for salad out? And the tongs, salad tongs out too. Oh, I forgot to put the,
These for Sal?
I forgot to put the little microgreen salad in her. That's okay. I think it's going to be delicious without it.
These for salad?
Yeah, we can use those for salad. That's fine. But we need the salad tongs. We'll see if that's enough dressing on there, because I think it kind of is. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. This looks delicious. But I feel like I might be better off doing it with two-handed here. With the noodles. Well, thank you, Claire. I appreciate that. I'm super excited. I'm stoked to work with the wonderful other people in there, like Kanara. I look forward to torturing her. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to torture her. I don't think.
No more
I'll
than
torture
usual.
her. No more than I usually torture her. That is correct. These are giant bowls. And you know what I love about this? Do you know what I love about this? It's gluten-free. Because these are rice noodles. So I can eat all the noodles I want. So I'm just dividing this up. This was 2 servings of noodles, by the way. For real, at our favorite place. Because they gave me 4 servings of noodles and I only used half of them. So you got to get all the goodness out. You got to get those onions out. And there we go. And you know what else we've got to do? Do you know what else, Robbie?
Michael has a message for you, Dana.
Uh-oh. Oh, you must give some subs. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sure people would appreciate that. You're welcome. Look at that. Thank you so much for those gift subs to Real Gamer Boss, Jordy Wah, Mocha Man, Mary Todd, more zines. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much for being such a great supporter and now a mod. All right, we got to take pictures of our food before we can eat it. This is when Robbie is like, I'm salivating. Can we please eat?
There you go, Dana. Hype train hat with fresh batteries.
Oh no! Hype train hat while I eat food. All right, let's see if I do it this way. Maybe we go over here. I get really upset when my pictures aren't the way I want them to be. You get out of the way, you get out of the way. There we go. That's what I want. Although I do have to say, oh my gosh, thank you for the hype train too. He's gonna use real chopsticks here, I think.
Or chipsticks.
Chipsticks. All right, you ready? Oh, we gotta get some salad in here too.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, Suki! Suki, thank you so
Mythical
much
to
for the
Suki,
bits.
cheers.
You
X1000.
guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So where does that put us? Where does that put us? I need to order aprons, but I do promise that we're going to give away aprons at level 5 on our hype trains. And we're like, they're on level 3. So if we get there before I get them ordered, because again, I think I told you guys I was having trouble with it, not wanting to upload my JPEG or my PSD files, even though that's exactly what they asked for. So anyway, so Robbie's getting you guys up on the board right now. But thank you guys so much. Choo-choo. All right, so here's our salad. It's a pretty simple salad. It's got Persian cucumbers. I had romaine lettuce, so that's what I used. And we've got some red onions and some carrots. And then we've also got some raw Thai eggplant in there as well. So I think it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna taste this before it gets cold. I'm gonna taste this. Here we go. Look how bright the lights are now. I think I have to take it to TwitchCon this year. Robbie is still writing things. I did tell you could use the stars.
Did you? Because I asked the question and I never got the answer.
No, I said, at first I kind of waffled and I went, well, I was going to use the new stuff. And then I was like, nah, it's fine. You can use them if you want.
I'm pretty sure
But
I stopped listening.
he stopped listening by that point for sure. All right, I'm tasting.
I'm sorry that I'm trying to recognize your excellent members of chat with the hype train and the stuff on the fridge, that I'm willing to sacrifice my hunger level even further.
It's so good.
Oh, I get to eat now? Thank you, Michael, for the
Thank you.
chopsticks. Hold on, I can do this. I'm hungry enough I can figure this out. Some moderators just want to ban people. I'm the benevolent mod.
You're the benevolent one. You're my son.
My people love me.
And the salad's so good. That dressing is so simple and so yummy.
You're eating the salad with the chopsticks?
No, I'm not.
You're a liar. And a bad one.
My people love me. Your benevolent mod.
This tastes like it came from a restaurant, Dana.
Does it? Came from Dana's Kitchen. I hear it's a restaurant in Massachusetts.
Somewhere out there. Or at least it was.
It's definitely in Massachusetts. I can't remember. Somebody was saying, was it the Angry Rook? Was saying they ride their bicycle by there every day and they think of me.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Somebody thinks about me every day. Robbie.
I think
Is it
about
you?
you sometimes.
I know. You're the trolling mug. I gotta write these down. The benevolent mod, the trolling mod. This is the mod with many names.
That's for sure.
We have the Wookiee mod. Okay, do you like the Chow bun?
I do.
So good. Kanar's the foodie mod. I don't know.
Stanley didn't make a drink. I poured her a drink.
He poured me a drink.
She's got sake. Would you like me to top her off? I can do that.
I have plum wine. I do not have sake.
Sorry, plum wine. That looks like it's in the Suki bottle. Oh my god. A sake bottle.
It's the Suki bottle. Top her off.
Let me just refresh that beverage.
Not
for you.
sounding very benevolent right now.
There you
Top
go.
her off or else.
Thank you guys for the hype train.
Thank you so much for that. All right, I got to turn this off because Robbie thinks I didn't turn it off before, which I totally did.
I think we do turn it off. I think that device just eats the batteries anyway.
He says he's going to take the batteries off, which means someday I'm going to put it on my head and batteries are going to fall everywhere.
So you guys just wait. I'm playing the long game. Claire,
I have to work tomorrow.
Claire, I found that if I'm hungry enough, nature finds a way.
Couldn't get the hang of it. It takes a lot of practice, like anything else. You can't just try them once. You got to try them multiple
I'm
times.
definitely not good at it.
You're better at it than you think you are. You're better at a lot of things than you think you are. You need more self-confidence.
I have plenty of self-confidence. I'm just not good at some things.
Are you? All right, wait a minute. I got to go to food. Let's follow. Here we go.
Here you go, Kanara. You can have one.
It's so good. It's
go.
so good. And it's gluten-free, so I can eat all the noodles. All right, let's see who's on. John is on. Tabatai is on, making Niku Udon. Mish Mish is on. Whiskey is still on. Chef J-Tay is on. Cupcake Dex is on. How about, let's go to Mish Mish.
Mish Mish?
Yeah, let's go to Mish Mish. Let's go check it out, and Kanara can come along with us and then start telling Mish Mish, I don't see you in the channel yet. I don't see you in the Creator Club yet.
Mish
Get
Mish
over
8?
there.
Is that right?
Huh? It is Mish Mish 8, yes. So, we're going to be, Chef J-Tay needs some help. We're going to head over to Mish Mish tonight, but we'll do J-Tay maybe next Sunday. Yeah, and you all better be in there. You better get in there. She's going to find a way, and she will hunt you down if you are a food and drink streamer and you are not in the Creator Club. So, excuse me, I don't have to do it, because I would if she wasn't doing it, but I get to look back. I get to be the nice one on that. So thank you, Aspie. Thank you so much. So thank you guys so much for being here. And let's go all give a warm welcome to Mish Mish. She was hanging out with Kanara earlier. And so we're going to all hold hands. And I'm going to tell you guys that I want you guys to have a fabulous week. We'll be back on Thursday with Megabytes in here, so I hope I get to see you there. We're going to be seasoning the wok. We're going to be making mushu pork. We're going to be making mandarin pancakes. or at least attempting to. So that's what we are going to be doing on Thursday. And we hope you have a great week. I've already said that. See, my brain is already dead. So take yourself, your beautiful, wonderful self, go out into the world. Take some kindness with you. Spread it around. We need more kindness in the world. Love you guys. Thank you so much. It's always an honor to have you hanging out with me in my kitchen. I hope you have a good week. That's the 5th time. And good night.